It's your boy Ricardi from the Twin Brothers Network. Yeah, so I just getting started with this new series I just been wanting to do for a while. Kind of picked it up and kind of um just put it on halt for a minute, but now it's just time to do it. So I'm excited with this new series I'm going into with my trading journey and just showing you the process of what I'm looking at on the charts, what I'm seeing, and different aspects of positions, how I see the week, how I look at it, how I break it down, and just what I'm looking at. So we'll just get straight into it. So what I'll do is I'll go over the different 9 instruments, and then I'll go in. Basically, I'll just go into the 9 different instruments, and I'll show you how I break them. I'll just show you basically off of US CAD how I'm breaking them down, because usually the same criteria that I'm using on one instrument I'm using on the rest of them. So we'll just start with US CAD. So what I do, just say if I had a clear blank chart, what I do is just start off seeing how everything is playing out. So basically, just like if any, like how trading works, how business work, everything goes into 3 quarters. Um, no, 4 quarters of 3 months. So basically, we're just trying to pay attention to see where the market is at from just a bigger time frame. We just break it down from the monthly. So the 3 month, monthly, 2 week, and weekly. So what I like to do is just see the price action just bare, raw, where I can understand exactly where price is at, where it can potentially go to. So we'll pull our drawings and all this back up. So two things what I like to do is just see kind of where price has been relatively been rejecting. So we just took this low right here. We could just tell how price broke above it, came back, wicked it, came back, stayed above it. So you could just tell how price is here, but respecting it. You know what I'm saying? It's as soon as it comes back down, it ain't taking too long for it to come back up. So price has been respecting these levels right here. So usually what I try to focus on is having 4 levels that are relatively a place to where price can go to. So not really too much worried about here, but here, 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 and here. Not too much really down here, not at the moment, so we can remove that. But these are our 4 right here that we're focusing on. And then we have our daily range down here. Two things that I want to point out where it's like when I have these light blue lines, it comes back to this 2 weekly that I've seen where price has a liquidity area. So usually for me, I like to pay attention just on any time frame to see where price has um, a zone or a range to magnetize into. So if we can see that our liquidity range is in here, more likely prices, we're more likely going to be more confident of price hitting our target of 1.29 500. So basically that's like the simple basis of what I look at from the weekly. So now breaking it down from the 3 day time frame. So what I've loved about the 3 day is that um, you can see out through the week of basically how candlesticks could play out. Where's the volume in them? How is the volume in them? How does the strength of the candlestick look to see if it's in a um, strong direction, or is it starting to slow down? Is the volume starting to slow down to where we're maybe reversing in the opposite direction? But right now with this 3 day, we're looking very bearish and short to the downside. So two things I'm paying attention for on the weekly. So since this candlestick opened on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, and it closed this Friday, so now we'll be seeing how the beginning of next week of this current week starts off with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we'll see how the rest of the next candlestick Thursday, Friday close on Monday. So it just does it so I can see how the market plays out to where it's just like, okay, based off of just looking here and here, okay, cool. And then we break it down with the daily, the same thing. So we just break it down just to see how our zones, ranges, different things that we have. Dailies, just simple. Go down to the 4 hour. So just straight into it, to the meat and potatoes of just the market. Ooh, excuse me. So two things that I'm focusing on right now is just seeing how price plays out in this accumulation area. So like I said, we have our liquidity range already broken below it. So I want to see how if price is going to start moving out through this week and stay below that to where we can already be in a movement of that to the downside. Or is price going? Yeah, I want to see if price is going to mess around in this area to see if we are going to dump. But if price starts to break through, this is our last little area between this weekly and these daily ranges in this 4 hour zone. So that's kind of like my two things I'm focused on with that, to see if price is still short or are we long to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at on that. And then 1 hour, same thing, just seeing how things play out. So let's move down to the lower time frame. So two things I'm looking at is basically here. I'll just show you. Basically, I'll just show you real quick before I zoom into the 30 and stay on this side and just break it down. So two things. So right now, I feel like there's going to be a strong accumulation between somewhere in here. I don't see that we could come back up this high, but if we do, cool. But really, I'm looking at price to really start moving down, because I can tell how right after this candlestick, price is going to more likely be trying to stay here and keep pushing. But if price does pull back, cool. So main thing, just breaking it down in the lower time frame and just seeing how price is playing out. So usually what I've done is taken my 30-minute zone and boxed it up in my 30-minute range zone, whatever you want to call it, on the hourly, to where it made sense to where's our current lower, where's the low, previous lower low, and then just see how price is going to range in between that. So yeah, really simple with that. Just keeping it very simple going into Monday. See how price plays out, because two things I've paid attention to out through this is just to see if price is going to maintain Thursday's low and Friday's high, or if price doesn't maintain Thursday's low and Friday's high, then are we going to maintain Wednesday's low and Thursday's high? So we're able to see exactly where we're at and we're not rushing. We take our move. All like what trading taught me is to be patient and take your move. Like, and be patient with it, because you'll be able to see how the market plays out, and when it makes sense, take it. If it doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Like you'll save yourself a lot more emotional stress when you just not tripping about everything or worried about everything or trying to make everything happen. One thing about the market, what I've learned, um, is that you have to be patient, allow things to play out, to understand where is it going, why is it doing that, is there a move within what I'm seeing right now, and if it's not, chill, move on, do something else, let the market find itself and come back. So mainly, what I'm focusing on is that price has its weekly high here and weekly low here. So there's two things that I'm focusing on. Is that there's going to be a minute for price to have to break up out of here if we are bullish, but we'll know if price is bullish in certain aspects. But right in here, we're very close of just coming here and breaking through the weekly low to continue. So I'm very more confident of price staying within this range more, but if price does come, I feel like we'll still dump here. So two things that I've been trying and learning something new, and just been from my mentor Sean Lee. Been just learning from him from a long from about 3 years ago. I've been trading for about 3 years. Been learning from Sean Lee from different aspects, from Twitter, from his Twitter groups to Instagram. When it's just like he's a good dude. Just been learning from him and just different ways that I can see the market and just learning from him. He has his Discord now, so it's just different things I've been part of, and just learning from him and just becoming better and just getting better at my craft, and just learning from a master that has really mastered this game and still learning to master it. It's been a journey to just see and be a part of. So yeah, just keeping it simple. Two things, like what I've been doing is basically breaking off the weeks and seeing what this price gonna do between here and here. So these orange lines are my weekly breaks, and then these light baby blue lines are my day breaks. So I can see how price is playing out to where it's like I'm more patient for a move to happen in knowing where a move is happening. Because if I know that price is ending with the lows and I know price is going to have to come back and pull back to a high area, I already know. I'm already seeing how price is playing out. To where it's just like I'm more confident and I'm not rushing to get into things because I'm waiting to see if prices don't come back into this area. So we're a lot more patient with moves and things that are and will eventually play out. So all we have to do is just be patient with it. So another thing is that I've been doing is taking these green, red, purple boxes. So I'll break it down. We have we have our green box that's more of like our London to New York session. So really, I have this boxed up from 3 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then this red, I have it from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. So I just let the red be more of just like, don't worry about it. Let the rest of the market play out. Who cares about it? Now I come back around my purple, which is my Asia switchover. So the market is broken up into 3 different sessions. You have Asia. There's 4. I'm like, they got Sydney, but we don't really use that. We just focus on these 3: Asia, London, and New York. So Asia, we just seeing that. To me, we seeing that we was coming back up during New York, that we was coming into a high. Asia made a high, and then also when we went into London, going into the switch over of New York here, we see that we was coming into a high, and then we broke to the lows coming into Thursday, and then Thursday closed out with a low. So we can see, and then Friday was coming back to like our high, kind of maintain kind of this little London closed area right in here, and kind of little liquidity, like candles closing about the same to each other. Y'all can see it. I'll zoom it in. I'll zoom it in. But just seeing like how price is just, you know what I'm saying, how price was here in a liquidity area after a dump, and you could just tell how price just kind of maintained it. So it's just different things like that that you want to see and see how price is playing out, because all we did was come back to the lows and come right back into like our lower high section. But usually if Friday wanted to, it could have just came here and then came right back into the Asia, could have came right back, and then, you know what I'm saying, into London. So right now we just take the market as is, and right now we just gonna see how price plays out there. So that's what I've been doing, to sit here and box price off, be able to see where price likes to move. Because 2 things I've been focusing on is that, like with the red, I kind of let it play out because I use it as like a foundation to see how price is playing out. If like it does create a high or it does create a low, like I'm using it as a foundational tool. Because something like this, I would have uh, made this as a 10-minute zone. So I would have pulled up here and pulled the top of that. I would have took the top of that, and then we could have just seen out through the time, see price was close enough to, you know what I'm saying, hitting it. You know what I'm saying? We was a wick off, but you ain't never worried, because look, you created a tweezer top. So you got 8:30, and I already know coming into 9 what that all means from the 1 hour, 4 hour, that candlestick. Those are new candlesticks that are being printed. So really, this is a setup. Like I just go into a quick setup. Um, Stops relatively tight. I would just do the top of here, 28 pips. And to me personally, since we're looking to drag price to an interesting area, that would have been my entry, and been holding it till, and that would have been my entry for because what's this? Yeah, this is Thursday. So my thing is this would have been my entry for this week, to just carry into next week. Because usually what I've done in my rules is that I don't trade until either after 3 to 5 a.m. On Monday. I don't focus. I don't really. So to me, if Asia starts moving early and it starts creating like movement of entry, I don't really trip about it. So I let that really just play out. I really just focus on like letting the market play out, uh, and then see if there's a possible entry around 3 to 5 a.m. early on a Monday. But if it doesn't set up, then we just wait out through the week to see what price is talking about. And then 2, I don't trade on Fridays. I usually, like, I'm done looking at the market probably around Thursday, 9, 10 p.m. Because anything else on Friday, either I'm in a move already and it's already setting up, or that last little Asia is already something that I'm looking at to get into. Because usually for me, I don't really want to do too much looking at getting into a trade. Because if either I'm already in one in Thursday, like Wednesday, Thursday, midweek type, or we just let the market play the rest out and not really trip, because market like Fridays and Mondays can be very tricky days and trap days to mess up traders psychologically, to trap them and have them lose their money. So we try to avoid that and move around that BS. So yeah, simple. Yeah, that's US CAD. Nothing too much, but I would say yeah, that would probably have been my early entry for Thursday. Hold it. Same thing. Yeah, hold it going into the next week, because we've already capitalized. So this probably would have took us about 2 weeks to probably hit, and then we probably have been looking for yeah, we'd have rolled stops in, all that good stuff, and then we probably would have had like a probably would have rolled stops in all the way into here. Y'all talk about rolling in stops and what that all means. And then we could have just had like a rolling stop all the way down here, or just kept it where it's at. And then 2 we've been looking for another entry coming into this current week. So and that risk to reward on that was like a 13-1. So that's a very good risk to reward. So when it comes to me taking trades, also in my rules, I have it set up to where I'm taking nothing less than a 3-1. So whatever, how many ever pips I'm risking, I want triple that. So if that was like 28 pips, I can't do the math off the top of head real quick. 28 times 3, 1, 6. So what? Say at least 70 pips. I want at least, if I'm doing the math right. Yeah, about 70 pips. Yeah, that's about right. About right. About close to it. Yeah, about close to it. Yeah, about 70 pips. Just based off of it. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit more probably. Cause what? Yeah, about 80, 90. I probably did the math a little wrong, but who cares? I ain't here to be perfect. but but yeah, that's that. Yeah. So basically, what I do out through the whole time is just basically just find setups and just be patient within the week, because sometimes that week that you might be in now might be setting up the actual move for next week. It depends on how all the market plays out. So we just take all we do is just take the market session by session, week by week, day by day, week by week. That's all we do. We like, I mean, we just from what I've learned from trading, my mentor, and just learning about just being patient and being able to really not tripping in, allow trading to flow, because one thing about it, trading can mess you up psychologically if you lose. Like nobody likes to lose. So when it comes to trading, trading is one of those things that it teaches you a lot about yourself, because if you lose out through the day, you know how it makes you feel. So one thing I'm learning is just to flow with the market and really stay in tune with it. But if as long as I stay in tune, I can really be on the side of flowing with it and capitalize on a lot of great moves out through it. So yeah, that's US CAD. We'll go over GU. Same thing, breaking it down on the lower time frame, bigger time frame. So like I said, yeah, we go through the daily and we just break them down. Even from the weekly, I just do it all the same. I keep from the 3 day, I mean not 3 day, 3 month, and we just break it down. I don't turn all the stuff off, just to see keep everything clear, neat, and then we just add stuff on as we go. So my thing is now just to seeing how GU is gonna play out. So I want to see if price is gonna maintain here and keep going, or we gonna break below and then come back down here and then rally up. So that's what we're looking at for GU. Same thing with AU. Seeing if it's gonna push and rally. Excuse me, rally back down to the downside. Same thing with GA. Here, let me squinch this up so y'all can see. Here, I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking. I don't even know. Just could have did full screen the whole time. Here, I'll move that to the right a little bit, because this is a little bit bigger. Yeah, so you can see, so I can see. So based off of it, we can see the whole, we can see everything. So we can just see it currently, what we're looking at, what's going on. So yeah, that's just simple as that. Looking for price to come back up into here and then dump, because I feel like we're still short below all of this, and we've been wicking, and we have this daily line right here that's close to a key level. So my thing is this: we had 1.87 100 key level. psychological level. So like whole numbers, price loves to come back to these whole numbers like where's 88? Yeah, 88, 100, 89 would be right in here. So it's just like price likes to come back to those psychological levels, those key hold levels. So basically, we right here below 1.8700 or 7,000. Yeah, 1.87 thousand, and just keeping that there. And really, well, it's really 700. Yeah, that's 700. Yeah, 700. Yeah, 1.8700. Um, and just really just keeping price relatively in this range. So I'm looking for price to short with this. We'll see. Um, with GJ's been bullish crazy for the last like really the year has been really bullish with GJ, and this is one of my favorite pairs to trade. It's kind of hard to kind of box it off because of how just it moves and just all that good shit, but mainly just want to focus on just keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. We don't have to overlook price. Same thing here. Pound, I'm literally, it's kind of more in a dead region, but it's in a significant area. So, me, two things I'm looking at for GBP CAD. I'm looking to see if price is going to maintain here and stay below this range, this daily line, and this too. So, I'll be looking to start trading price a little bit below here or maybe like in here. We'll see how price plays out to see if there's a possible early entry for a short move, but we'll see if it's a long because GBP CAD is setting up for a long. So let's go to the daily on this because you see how prices like from here, how prices was up under that weekend, and even if we take Friday's candlestick Friday here, we took Friday's candlestick close of the week, and you could just tell how price was maintaining that, but we finally broke through this week. So two things I'm looking at, and then two right now, we kind of got like a shooting. We may have a shooting star candlestick to where price could be setting up to push back to the downside. So we never know. So yeah. So two things I just want to focus on, and I didn't even go back and do that. So I'm gonna just go back and focus on that real quick. So I have these purple lines right here. These are my breakup structures, and I'm doing that because I have it set up for the weekly highs and low. So I didn't go back and mark those up on each week. So I'm gonna do that now because it helps me able to see, okay, price got to come back down here for that, and then you know what I'm saying. You kind of get a range of like, okay, if price is to be bullish, we want to see how to my OCD. I want to be so like I'm all like when it comes to charts, I like to be as very precise and like very accurate. So we got a range from here through here. So very bullish movement. So more likely we'll be looking for this to be bullish. So we can see out through the weeks to see what side of the market and where things are at to be able to capitalize on moves and being able to keep everything simple to be able to just capitalize on what the market gives us. I realized another thing. Take what the market gives you. Stop trying to force it. Take what it's giving you and you create with it. So yeah, I'm just going through, um, able to see things, and then too, it's a lot more clear. Cause see, think about it. So with this, that's why I said GA is a nice setup for me because there's going to be two things that I can see is that if price is going to break out of this weekly high, I can look to probably see if price is going to already be bullish. So I'm already going to be looking to see if price is starting to close above here. We can get in for a break, a pullback, and then see. But if price is starting to maintain up under here, we'll be looking for shorts very for that setup. So yeah, so main thing I'm just looking at is just to see how price plays out. Just keeping it simple. And I add things as I go, take away stuff I don't need. Like just keeping everything simple, precise, and just seeing how price is playing out. Just keeping things simple because that's all I want. I just want simplicity because the more I keep things simple, the more accurate I can be with executing and not hesitating on moves and not feeling like I'm missing out on moves. So yeah, this is just a beautiful thing. Gold is one of my favorite things. Like I said, we have our weekly ranges. That's kind of my breakup structure lines, and just seeing how price plays out within that. And you can get a chance to see exactly how price is playing out and able to, and you're able to make sense of price too. You're able to see exactly how price is maintained out through the week and where is it going to go, because then you can have a better clear picture of seeing it, and then when price is in that direction, we're able to get in. So it's just being patient with the market. Can't really be over too zealous with it and different things of that aspect of it. But I don't know if I went into detail, but since I'm here now and it's not on this current instrument. So what I've done, and I'll just reiterate it because I don't remember if I have, but we can go back over it real quick. So what I've done, these orange lines that I have on the vertical are my weekly breakups. So I want to see what the market does every week, because that's all I'm trading for. I'm trading from the beginning and end of this week to see if I'm holding a move or if this is a move that we can already just capitalize on this week, and then we're done based off of targets we have. So that's all we want to do is just sit here and see, do we need to maintain the carry into the next target for the next week if we hadn't reached it yet, or are we just going to take what's been given in this week and then move on and then take what the next week gives us. So, and then two, I break it down with seeing how the market breaks out. So the market opens. I do not like that it did that. Why is it doing that? That should be over here. Thank you. Because I was about to say that is hella close. And then we're able to see how the market plays out, because the market opens at 5 p.m. and closes at 5 p.m. Opens and closes at 5 p.m. Opens on Sunday 5 p.m. Closes on Friday 5 p.m. So all we want to do is maintain and exactly see what price is doing out through the day. Because as long as we can see what price is doing on the lower time throughout the day, seeing the bigger time frame just gives us more confluence just to see how that candlestick is actually playing out, because we can see the high and low of that day. Because then it makes sense, because then I'm staying in flow with the market, because then I can see what's the high and low of that day. I can see where price is open and closed of that day. So I could just see, because I can see exactly when the candlestick is being printed. I can actually see, okay, there's the high or low of this day, and this is where it opened, and this is where it's going to close. Either it's going to close up high or close up below. So it's just easier for me to just break it down and then just be patient within our move. So yeah, so that's really simple. Really wanted to come in and just start this series and just show my trading journey. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I'll go into detail of next episode of next week, and just showing you my journey of how it's something I had started on Instagram that I'm like picking back up now, to where it's like I'm take a small amount of money and really grow it and really push myself, because things I've just been taking some time back, just trying different things and just adapting and doing different things. But I really want to get back to this right here, because this is my passion. I love the charts. Something that I've been able to understand a lot more about myself has been a reflection of just how I perceive life, how I've been treating life, how I perceive myself, just different things in an aspect that has just showed me about myself. So I am very appreciative of this journey that I've been on. So really, right now, you guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. Just let me know, like, share, subscribe to the Swim Brothers Network. We'll have more content coming out. We'll have some couple episodes that we'll be dropping soon about numerology and what's another one? Power of ownership. So those are our two episodes that we'll be dropping soon. So just want to give you guys a quick update on that. Yeah. So also yeah, I know I'm saying a lot, but damn, I'm trying to make sure that I have everything. But yeah, this is just the start of start of a new beginning. So I'm excited with this series. Man, Man, but yeah, so I'm excited. Thank you guys for being here. So like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what are the things you guys want me to teach, because there's a lot of more things I'll go into detail. I didn't give everything off rip, but I'm excited. Just let me know. So love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day, and let's kill this upcoming week. Peace out. Love you guys.